Well, this morning on Tech Tuesday, we are looking ahead to one of the biggest events when it comes to the latest in technology. That would be the Consumer Electronics Show, popularly known as CES. The event kicks off next week, and joining us live with a preview of what we can expect is our tech expert, Greg Nibbler. Good morning, Greg.
Good morning. Yeah, next week, things are changing pretty quick with CES as far as companies being in person. A lot of them are pulling back, but we still get to virtually see a lot of what's coming out. And one of my favorite things is seeing what the prototypes are, what some of these companies believe the future is going to be. And LG is always good with that. And they showed up a few things with their OLED screens here this week. One of them being a transparent OLED screen. And they're looking at this maybe like out in maybe a department store or something like that, where you would have a screen, a product, and then another screen in front of it to give you a bit of an augmented reality feature. So there was one with that, but the other ones were the in-home items that I thought were pretty cool. One of them being a media center, where this thing's kind of like a big rounded lounge chair that you would lay in, and then you would have a screen in front of you that can be vertical or horizontal. It's got built-in speakers that go along with it, and then a touch screen that you can control. So kind of an interesting way to maybe watch a movie or play a video game at home. So that's one of them they had. And then one of the other ones they're showing is the idea of this exercise system, to where, say it's like a Peloton or an exercise bike, but you would have 3 screens that give you this full immersive experience with these OLED displays again, kind of wrapping around you. Kind of a cool way to maybe look at that, the future of exercising at home.
Well, I like that. I like the immersive experience that you get. It's kind of surround sound with video.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Also,
it's pretty fun.
Yeah. Also at CES, there's something called a smart ring that'll be featured. What's that about?
Yeah, so this is the Movano Smart Ring, kind of further showing the integration of like medical technology with wearables, a lot that we see in smartwatches, only this would all be in a ring. So as it is right now, it can track your temperature, your steps, your calories, your sleep cycle, your heart rate, all of that kind of boiled into one, and gathering that data and then giving you an analysis of maybe how one thing could affect another to maybe mitigate, risks for chronic disease. They're also testing out ways to even get blood pressure through this and glucose levels. So if you think of somebody who's maybe diabetic, needs to measure their glucose levels, it could all be done through one wearable ring, which is pretty fascinating how much information you can get out of that. Maybe you share that with a doctor or your family so that you can kind of monitor different things. But yeah, pretty cool use case there for health technology.
Also, we're hearing a lot of buzz here around a television that you can taste. How does that work?
This is one of the weirdest things I've seen in a while, which is why I had to bring it to the table here. So it's called Taste the TV. And this is from a Japanese researcher. He was watching television, watching like a baking show, and wondered what the food actually tasted like. So he came up with a way to do that. So this is a piece of plastic that would essentially go over the television screen. And then they tested these different foods using chemical testers and created a system to spray that taste onto this screen, this piece of plastic, so you could actually lick your television and know what it tastes like, what this food tastes like. So he's saying it could be used for something like that, for watching different shows, or maybe for menus for restaurants. You'd go out and lick a display, I guess, to see what the food tastes like before you order it, or maybe for training for like sommeliers to know what different wine tastes like. It's an interesting use case. I don't know if this is going to take off, but I like that somebody is out there doing this, at least testing the bounds. I don't think for myself I'd want to go out to a restaurant and lick a television right now, but maybe, in the future, this could be all normal for us.
Yeah, that doesn't sound very sanitary as far as I'm concerned.
Right.
Nor very appealing. I mean, I could see the, maybe the smell-o-vision concept, if you could recreate the aroma that you're seeing.
I like that.
And maybe spray that out into the room, but actually licking your television, I'm not down with that, man.
Yeah, I agree, but they're testing the bounds of technology.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's the positive part of the whole thing. So thank you very much for joining us, Greg. Interesting stuff, and we'll see you again soon.
Sounds great.
If you want to keep up with the latest tech news, be sure to follow Greg on Twitter. He's at Greg Nibbler.